I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's News Update. The White House said that U.S. President Barack Obama's recently announced visit to Israel will not focus on specific suggestions regarding the restarting of peace talks between Israel and the Palestinians. White House spokesman Jay Carney told reporters that Obama's trip is not connected to any specific Middle East peace proposals between the two parties. U.S. Ambassador to Israel Dan Shapiro told Israel's Channel 10 on Wednesday that peace talks would be on the agenda alongside other critical regional security issues. But he emphasized that Obama is coming to Israel to meet the new Israeli government as a, quote, consultation visit, saying the visit was a good opportunity to reaffirm the enduring bonds of friendship between the U.S. and Israel. The IDF said it was investigating the deaths of 70 Palestinian civilians during last year's Operation Pillar of Defense. Military Advocate General Dani Efroni said the existence of the probe doesn't imply suspected foul play, but only an expression of the IDF's commitment to international law and the IDF's honest attempt to avoid civilian casualties as much as possible. Reuters reports that Hezbollah has rejected accusations that they were behind the bombing in Burgas, Bulgaria last year that killed 5 Israeli tourists and a Bulgarian bus driver. Deputy leader of the terror organization, Naim Qassem, said that allegations accusing Hezbollah of involvement in the attack were part of the Israeli smear campaign, further saying that Israel was making these accusations because it had failed to defeat Hezbollah militarily. Qassem told a group of students in Beirut Israel is leading an international campaign to intimidate people and countries against Hezbollah. He said Israel's accusations will not change anything and that Hezbollah's compass will remain directed towards Israel. Bulgaria released their investigative report on the attack yesterday, saying that Iran-backed Hezbollah was in fact behind the Burgas bus bombing. The United States chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Martin Dempsey, awarded Israeli Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Benny Gantz, with the Legion of Merit Medal in Washington on Tuesday. The honor was awarded to Gantz in the name of President Obama for the, quote, outstanding command of the IDF, which allows it to continue to cope with a wide range of challenges. Gantz, who is on a 5-day visit to Washington, said he was accepting the award on behalf of all IDF soldiers and commanders. Gantz and Dempsey are expected to discuss security challenges during the visit and assess the current security situation in the Middle East. The Jerusalem Post reports that religious leaders of Jewish and Muslim communities in Germany met in Cologne on Tuesday as part of a program run by the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding. The meeting was part of a twinning program run by the foundation that allows rabbis and imams to switch pulpits and deliver addresses to each other's congregations. Foundation founder Rabbi Mark Schneier addressed rising anti-Semitism in Europe, saying there is no disputing that hatred exists on the streets of Europe, and all too often the protagonists are young Muslims. Schneier said the effort to bring the groups together was a way to combat that. The solution cannot be to castigate an entire community and religion, Schneier said, but rather to promote these types of interactions so that both Jews and Muslims can be educated that there is much that unites our communities, and we can achieve a great deal if we agree to talk. And in another show of Jewish-Muslim understanding, dozens of imams commemorated the Holocaust at a monument in a Paris suburb on Monday. The event took place at Drancy, where tens of thousands of Jews were confined in 1942 before being transported to extermination camps. French television station TF1 reported that French Interior Minister Manuel Valls, who attended the ceremony, said the Muslim religious leader's presence there made for a very strong image that speaks better than words and speeches. The world needs peace and harmony, he said, people who engage in dialogue and listen. And efforts to continue to promote Jewish-Christian relations are underway this weekend here in the U.S. The American Jewish Committee and the Shalom Hartman Institute are co-sponsoring the Christian Leadership Initiative, or CLI, Alumni Study Retreat in Los Angeles, February the 8th through the 10th. AJC's Director of Interreligious and Intergroup Relations, Rabbi Noah Marins, explained that the CLI program introduces Christian scholars to classical Jewish text study in the context of modern Israel. He said the study retreat was, quote, another step toward realizing our dream of a multi-cohort CLI community that will have an indelible positive impact on Christian-Jewish relations, unquote. Rabbi Dr. Rachel Sabath Beit Halachmi, the Hartman Institute's director of the program, said the success of prior CLI programs, now in its 6th year, has already changed the tenor of conversation among Christian and Jewish scholars. It is a profound and new model, she said, of what religious thought leadership can achieve. Participating alumni in the retreat include seminary presidents, deans, professors, denominational officers, and pastors. And that's Shalom TV's news update. I'm Teisha Bader.